Hey, what's up? This is a content memo, just reflecting a little bit on the videos I've made so far, just for posterity. This isn't for the algorithm or anything. This is just me reflecting on the videos I've made so far in the past month. Um, I realized something, and I mean, I realized it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but it's a problem that's reoccurring. Is that all of my videos seem to always be me talking about YouTube instead of actually doing it. And I totally get that. It's kind of annoying, like I'm not actually making content. I'm like talking about making content a lot of the time, and it's just like I'm so in my own head about it. It's just, I've spent so much time thinking about what kind of videos I want to make in the future and watching videos and like thinking about ideas, developing ideas, and trying to motivate myself and just all of this stuff. And I know it's bad, but I do get a little bit sour seeing these channels that blow up really quickly. I know it's better to build slow, develop your skills and all of that. But I mean, even knowing that I'm in a better position, growing slowly for now, than it would be if I just got that one breakout video, it hasn't stopped me from making videos that to any outside person would look like clickbait. Because I mean, in part they are, because there's this pressure to make something that someone will want to click on, and so you. But I'm trying to fight that. You can kind of see it. It's like I'm going between doing little video ideas of things that I just want to do and videos that on the surface look like I'm just trying to follow whatever, and I'm just trying to make things that appeal to the algorithm or appeal to people's short attention span or whatever. But I don't know. I realize that, and I'm thinking that maybe it's okay if in my videos when I fill the space with yapping it's about YouTube for now, because that's what I'm thinking about all the time. And maybe I can move on to other topics and stuff once I'm a little bit more comfortable doing this, because I'm very not comfortable with this. I'm not even showing my face or anything, and barely anyone is watching, but I still feel very uncomfortable. You know? It's the strangest thing doing YouTube. But, yeah, I think I'm going to do more. I have a few creative ideas planned, but I also have gameplay that I want to record. The problem is, my channel, I feel like it should be chronologically in order of, like I record things or I make things and I post them in the order that I make them. But my life currently, the past few days, I've had the opportunity to record more. And so far, the only videos that I like speak in are just me talking about YouTube or I guess life at one point and gaming. Uh, so I've been thinking that I wanted to do another gaming video, but then I don't want to post it after all the creative projects because it feels like there isn't that chronological whatever to it. Like videos should be uploaded at the rate that they're made. Yeah. But now is the perfect time for me to like record gameplay. So it's just kind of like Do I play another game or I don't know. But yeah. Huh. Anyway, just a few things that I've been thinking about recently, the past day. One concerning thing that I saw today is I found a channel that like says the N word, hard R, like multiple times. And it's like, it's playing edgy, but it doesn't feel like a joke. And also, I feel like most people wouldn't really find it acceptable. I'm not like a pearl clutching person or whatever, but it's like a video like that should at least be age restricted. And, you know, since it does say the hard R, those parts should be removed, and it's done in a way that doesn't get ID'd by AI. And worse yet, the thumbnail is a soy jack getting like hanged, and the tongue coming out, and the eyes popping out, and the N word is like visible in the thumbnail to any human, but it's like obscured by another word so AI can't get it. And I reported the video, but I don't know. We'll have to wait 72 hours to see if anything gets done about it. Because, I mean, it's just sets a bad precedent. I've been noticing this. There are a lot of very concerning videos that aren't age restricted on YouTube. Like people saying, these are my last days on Earth videos, which, if it's genuine and they're getting the support from the YouTube community, then of course, I have no problem with that. But I saw one that really like rubbed me the wrong way. They just kept talking about like views and support, and they kept like insinuating that if the video got enough views, then they wouldn't go through with it, and it just left a really bad taste in my mouth. And all the comments were like, don't do it, don't. You have so much to live for. You're a good person. You got this. I believe in you. And all these people who genuinely are trying to help and they believe something is wrong. But me, I'm like a skeptic. I'm like skeptical of everything. Like I go online, dude. I see something posted by someone and I analyze it. I observe it. I break it down, And I'm not going to call the person a liar in the comment section. I'm not going to do anything bad because, I mean, what if I'm just being an asshole or whatever? But I don't know. It just sets a bad precedent, Like, society, this is not me saying that society should just be better and people should just be helped in the real world and, they shouldn't try to get help a call for help online on YouTube or anything. But the way I see it, the more attention these videos get and the more traction they get, like the more we're going to be seeing people doing this. And I know you're probably thinking like, who would ever fake that sort of thing? And it's more of a matter of like people are getting economically desperate and people are getting desperate in so many different kinds of ways. I saw one channel, another one that was a little bit kind of iffy. And it was posting no speaking or anything, no description really, no any descriptor or anything like that. But in the video, they're talking about all the things that make their life so awful and why everything is so bad for them. And they're typing it in Minecraft chat. And it's like, a video like that should be age restricted, I mean, the kind of things that were being put in the chat. And if you look up the user, then you find videos made by children talking about how they have to go support, how people should go support this creator. And it's just like, it being age restricted doesn't mean that no one's going to see it. It just means that adults are going to see it. And adults are just as capable of giving you support in the comments and helping you out and giving you reach and stuff. It just feels like there's a level of intentionality. Like, you're allowed to talk about how life has screwed you over. I mean, it's fine if you don't want to use your real voice. It just feels a little bit off to me. You know? And you can choose to age restrict it and not use your voice. I don't know. It just bothers me. It just really bothers me because they were talking about how they, like, you know, touched themselves on camera for an adult who paid them, and then they got caught by their mom. And this was the most recent video. They're still making videos, you know, spinning off from this. And it's like, whether or not this is true or anything, like, this is just kind of, you know, this is not the type of thing that, you know what I mean? I mean, everyone is like internet safety is a whole thing these days, and it just doesn't feel like videos are getting age restricted correctly these days. You know, I know AI is dealing with all of that, but it's just, I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. You know what I mean? It's just, because I just don't have faith in people not to, you know, see people getting attention, you know, attention that they might need and might actually help them get through tough times, and comments that might actually help them, and not take it as, I can make a video out of this, I can make a living, a channel, I can become full-time out of this. You know? Because, I mean, I've seen video ideas on YouTube, and somehow it always is, like, Minecraft related. And it's like, one view is enough. If you look up one view is enough, there's a source video, a video that blew up on a small channel called One View is Enough. And then every kind of different channel that you can imagine also made a video with that in the title. I saw one video that was like some spiritual, like, whatever kind of, like, trying to tell you that there's, like, meta, integral, blah, 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 blending reality with the consciousness. I don't know. But they changed their title to have One View is Enough in it. And it was uploaded, like, years and years ago. And it has nothing to do with One View being enough. They changed the title just so that they could capitalize on this popular title or whatever to appeal to the algorithm. I mean, I find that, you know, very insincere. But that's the thing. A lot of YouTube, you know, coming up, like small YouTube channels, they're very insincere with their titles. And a lot of the talking head channels, I mean, since we're here, a lot of the talking head channels that are popping up now, it's just someone sitting in their room and they come up with this insane title or whatever. They're sitting in their car and they come up with this insane title, or just like eye-catching title, and then they just yap about something, you know? It's like, I see videos like that next to ones where people are talking about genuine things in their life or whatever. And it just rubs me the wrong way that, you know, we're so... Because, I mean, you can say the algorithm this, the algorithm that, but, I mean, we're all guilty of clicking on those videos, you know? We're all guilty of, like, feeding into it, buying into it. But then again, the algorithm is the one that put it in front of us, but we're the ones who click. So it's like, is it our fault that it's this way? Yeah, probably. You know? It's just hard to say who's at fault for any of this. Because, I mean, there are videos out there, you know, from small creators that aren't bait or anything. They're just genuinely good, you know, genuinely solid videos. But the thing I notice is that they also have to bait you in, and you might be saying, that's how you get attention. You have to market yourself. You have to sell yourself. You have to do this or that. But I don't know. I mean, the kind of attention you get from trying to capitalize on quirky or like eye-catching titles, it's just not the kind of attention that anyone should be getting. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, if you mean what you're saying in your title, then whatever, sure. If you made a video, you thought of a title that you could cover or a thing that you want to talk about, and then, you made it that way. But it just feels like a lot of videos, they're thinking of a wild title, and they're making their channel, they're changing the direction of their channel in the direction of titles that are more eye-catching. And so the content itself just changes in nature, in essence. And I mean, if you get attention for making titles that are like that, people are only going to stick around as long as you have a wild title, because it's the same kind of thing with trying to promote your content through shorts. Like, the kind of people who watch shorts all the time, they're not the kind of subscribers that you want. Like, they're people who are basically just TikTok users, but they're not on TikTok. They're on YouTube instead. You don't want people who only watch shorts to subscribe to your channel that has long-form content. Like, the very concept of trying to mix the two is just, it's silly. It's like trying to promote your opera at a bar. It's not a direct whatever, but it just doesn't make any sense. You just, like, anyone saying that it makes sense, it just doesn't. So it's just a matter of, like, there's all this fatigue and all this pressure. And I wonder if there are good videos out there that don't have good thumbnails and good titles that people are just, missing out on. Because I don't know if I've seen it, because I'm probably only clicking on the ones that catch my eye too. But have I passed in my recommended a video that didn't catch my eye that was actually really, really good? Or does the algorithm, is it able to tell what videos people want to see and will click on, and it pushes those more? Does it have a way of, like, sensing what kind of things people will just click on and pushing those harder? I don't know, because I mean, I mean, do thumbnails and titles have to keep getting crazier? Does that have to be the case? I don't know. But anyway, this was just my thoughts for the day. Nobody is probably gonna watch this until, if I blow up someday, maybe someone will come back and they'll be like, oh, what's this weird video here? And yeah, it'll just be this. So, oh man, I'm just in a bad mood, man. I'm just in a bad mood. I don't feel like I'm delivering value with my videos. Like, I'm being my authentic self, and there's like a premium on authenticity, but it just kind of feels like my kind of authenticity isn't what people want, what people are interested in. I don't know. Like, do I have to pick better? Do I have to pick topics? Do I have to, like what do I have to, I don't know. I mean, I don't expect to, like, blow up or anything because of the videos I'm making so far, but it's just hard not to compare, and I know I'm still in the early stages, but it's just hard because, like, all the small creators I see, Like 90% of the ones that I follow and subscribe to, or, get in my recommendeds or anything, they're not like me, you know? Because, I mean, some of them have content making experience and they just made a new channel and now they're blowing up. Or they're someone who made a really good first video and then they're blowing up and they're leagues ahead of me, even though I've spent so much more time on my channel than they have, and I've made so much more progress, which I've left up. I'm not just going to make a new channel once I get better at this. Like, I want my process to be there, like how long it took me. I want people to see the effort I put in, and the fact that my quality has improved, and the fact that my style has changed, and all of that. And I just think it's kind of lame, making a whole new channel to try and capitalize on this first video trend. Before I go, let me just take a shot at Minecraft YouTube. I think it's filled with a ton of unoriginal hacks, no offense, that don't have any ideas that are actually original. And it's a problem because Minecraft is all about creativity and it's all about this or that. But it feels like everyone is just copying everyone else. Like, no offense. I mean, there's some excellent small channels that I've seen, but for every small channel that I've seen that's like excellent, it's like cozy, or it's really good editing, or it has a really good premise. There are so many other channels that are just there trying to copy what other people are doing, because that's just the meta now, is to just copy people. And there are a lot of great channels that get the love that they deserve, but there are a lot of channels that are just trying to capitalize on just the Minecraft wave. It's just annoying. Supremely annoying. I love Minecraft, dude. I know everyone, like anyone watching this now or in the future who knows about history, because someday this point of time will be history, and oh yeah, remember when everyone called everyone a LARPer for being the first to whatever? Well, yeah, I mean, I was watching Minecraft when it was still in its like beta, when it was still in its alpha. I was watching Minecraft. So I'm basically saying, yeah, I watched Minecraft before it was cool. Essentially. As with a lot of things. And I just keep seeing all the things that I grew up with and I loved becoming mainstream, and then just getting absolutely like, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. I love that the communities are growing. I'm not one of those people on TikTok who's going to say, "Oh, I hated it that my niche should have stayed small." I'm glad that anime is getting bigger, gaming is getting bigger. All these different things are getting bigger. I just have a problem with what happens when they get bigger. It's just, whatever. I'm way too opinionated. Like, I bring this to my content and it shows. It's like, why would anyone want to watch my videos if there's that underlying sense that I'm not actually, that I'm thinking about making content as I'm making the video? And it's like, I swear I'm like there. I'm talking so much and I'm trying to fill the air because it's not just about retention, but it's about making up for the fact that I'm not showing my face by talking more. Because like putting your face on screen or putting your face out there is like the new meta, and I'm gonna do it at some point. I swear I'm gonna do it, but it's just not the time for that. In my mind, like, I envision this ideal, like a channel that's built around just my personality, and a lot of these channels that say they're built around personality or whatever, like, people watch because they're okay looking at your face, and a lot of these channels, they pop off the way they do because the people in them are attractive. I mean, they're not like whatever attractive or anything like that, but a lot of them are like, you're above average, you're whatever. And it's like, I'm not an unattractive person. I mean, it's all subjective, of course, but it's like, is that really, like, why? Like, everything is aesthetics and aesthetics and aesthetics. It's just appearances, and nothing is, like, authenticity is an aesthetic, and it's just like, my God. It's so hard to, like, be myself, because like, when I'm making videos, it still feels like people are judging me, like in person. Like, I'm not even comfortable just being myself in my room, recording games or recording anything or making anything, because I still feel the weight of other people's pressure, the weight of their opinions, the weight of their pushes, them pushing me towards conforming to some societal standard in their mind of what I should be. And it's like, fuck, like, you even come to YouTube and you start feeling that. It's like, the internet is just not even the internet anymore. It's like, being a YouTuber is just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying all this because, like, I don't deserve to blow up right now. My content is not there. It's not there. It doesn't add value yet. It's just me talking or whatever. And I know it's not as good as it needs to be for people to watch it. But it's just really hard not to compare yourself to others. And I didn't think that would be as much of a problem on YouTube, because I'm trying to make content. I'm trying to make a channel that's fundamentally different from what they tell you to make a channel as. I'm not saying that my idea of video of content is like revolutionary or anything. Of course, there are variety channels. I'm just trying to take that to another level, and it doesn't show just yet, but it will at some point, But anyway, that's enough. That's enough of me yapping. This wasn't supposed to be this long. It was supposed to be 15 minutes, but gosh. I can't believe I called Minecraft YouTube full of unoriginal hacks. If anyone ever sees this within the next month or year, this is going to be clipped. They're going to use it against me. They're going to use it to destroy me. They're going to destroy me before I can become the president of the internet, before I become the king of content creation. They're going to use this against me. They're going to destroy me. But whatever. Okay. Well, thank you for 47 subscribers, all that good stuff. If you're a sub, thank you. I'm not going to say I love you, because I'm going to make a video about this, but screw that noise, dude. Like, I appreciate you. You're a real one. But I will never say I love my viewers, because I am not supporting that parasociality, okay? I'm not doing it. I want community, okay? I don't want whatever crap it is pretending that you're someone who knows me, but not really someone who knows me. Like, whatever. Like, come on. They don't mean it. And if you're not a sub and you listen this far, who are you? What you must be like a very rare individual. You must be one of those people who who wears shoes without socks sometimes because you're just kind of feeling that way. You must be a very interesting person in real life. I wish I could meet you. Comment or something. That will be the form of meeting you. Comment. If you're not a subscriber and you don't intend on subscribing and you somehow listen to this point, you're like a dodo bird. You're like a pony. You're like a rare bird, dude. By the way, look up the band Rare Bird. That's a really good band. Underrated, totally underrated. Great music from like the 80s, 70s. Whatever. But yeah, you're a real one. Gosh, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. So, cool. Bye bye.